Hey YouTube, Gary here, answering another Top 3 Tuesday from Michael B. the Game Genie. And this week's question is, what are your top 3 Atari 2600 games? And here's my 3.
My third choice is Missile Command. This is a very good port of the arcade game. The arcade game used a trackball and 3 buttons that would fire from 3 different missile bases to defend your cities, but since the Atari 2600 had a joystick and only one fire button, they simplified it and put only one missile base in the middle, and that made the controls for the 2600 version work very well. I didn't have a 2600 when I was a kid, but all my friends did, and I would play Atari with them almost every day, and Missile Command was a favorite of ours. The object of the game is simple: defend your cities and missile base at the bottom of the screen from the enemy missiles that try to destroy them. This game was a blast to play, and is still fun to play to this day. My second pick is Pitfall by Activision. I was blown away by Pitfall when I first saw it because I had never seen a game like it before. Your goal is to avoid enemies and objects such as scorpions, snakes, crocodiles, pits, and water traps by either jumping over them or swinging from vines, and collect all the treasures along the way. A friend of mine that lived within walking distance of my house had it, and we played it all the time to see if there was an ending to it, and we eventually beat it by getting all the treasures in the allotted time. When you beat it, all that happens is Pitfall Harry freezes right after picking up the last treasure. This is a great game and has made me a big fan of platforming games. My first pick is River Raid by Activision. As a kid, when the 2600 was in its heyday, everyone that played Atari would say that the Activision games were the best, and I was in agreement with that, since their games seemed at the time to be more advanced than most other Atari games. River Raid is the game my childhood friends and I played the most. In River Raid, you're traveling up a river, shooting and avoiding enemies, while keeping an eye on your fuel gauge and filling up at fuel tanks along the way. Also, when you blow up the bridges between areas, it counts as a checkpoint. Like Pitfall, we were always curious to see if there was an ending, and one of my friends claimed to make it to the end, but we never saw it happen. Still to this day, I've never made it to the end, but I know it is possible, as I've seen YouTube videos of this. River Raid is my favorite Atari 2600 game, and has made me a big fan of arcade shooters.
Alright, those were my top 3 Atari 2600 games. Go check out Michael B. the Game Genie's channel and do a response to one of his top 3 Tuesday questions. This has been Gary. Thanks for watching.